Okay, Madhouse, my beloved Madhouse. Are you gonna lock in now? Are you gonna do the thing? Are you gonna blow my absolute pants off? Is that what you're gonna do right now? Or are you still gonna hold it back? Like, who knows? Maybe there's a boss fight happening, like a really spectacular battle scene at some point later in this like story arc, and you're saving your energy up for that one. Like, you're holding it all in, you're gathering the spirit bomb. Or maybe are you gonna show just like 5% of your power here for us? Because we've got a bunch of mages throwing a bunch of spells at each other, and it needs a little bit. It needs a little bit of that sauce. It needs just a little bit of that sauce, a little bit of that madhouse monster energy there. You could throw a little bit onto there. I'm anticipating it. I'm hoping for it, but we'll see. We'll see. Welcome to a reaction to a Frieren episode. If it's your first time here, don't start at episode 20. But if you're starting at episode 20 because I can't tell you what to do, let me at least explain to you how it works. You will put the anime on your own screen, because I'm not going to show most of it to you. And I've got the anime here on my screen, and it's kind of like we're sitting next to each other on the couch, each watching the anime on our own laptops, but every once in a while, I get annoying and yappy, and I'm like, hey, I need to talk about this thing. Pause the anime. And I say, 3, 2, 1, pause, and then we pause together, and I do my yapping about whatever it is that I'm yapping about. And once I'm done yapping, I'll say 3, 2, 1, unpause, and then we'll unpause together and we'll stay in sync. You'll get to, there's going to be subtitles on screen. There's going to be a timer conveniently in the top left corner of the screen as well. That'll tell you exactly where I am in the episode to help you synchronize. But that's the way we're going to do this, because that's just how I've decided to do it. It's how it works for me. And if it's very annoying and you don't want to deal with it, I don't blame you. But that's just how it is for this series, and I'm not going to change it, so there's no point asking. Anyway, let's watch Madhouse do their Madhouse thing. I hope. I think so. I'm pretty sure. It would be nice. Anyway. 3, 2, 1, go. Do you really need to kill that many trees? No, we're not madhousing yet. Ooh, nasty. Da na 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 na. Oh no 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 no. That's how you fight demons. That's the thing, right? Like, as a Frieren trained Fern to fight demons, right? Where it's like, yeah, no, mercy is a luxury we don't have here. We haven't madhoused yet. We have yet to fully madhouse. Still, that fucking that oh no 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 no, that was pretty good. That was pretty cool. Actually, let me go back and look at it. 3, 2, 1, pause. Right in the middle of the intro. Let me just hang on, because Fern is obviously not going to kill her. Or is she? She fucking might, actually. I don't think so, though. I do, like, and I will say, like, I'm complaining that we haven't madhoused yet. Like, we haven't gone fully turbo ham on it. But it's not like it looks bad. Like, this is animation that, like, most seasonal anime would be quite proud to be able to show off. And still, we're working with those fucking gorgeous watercolor painted backgrounds. Again, not necessarily physical watercolor, although maybe. More likely digital watercolor, but still. And like the effects animators are really getting a workout in here. And there's a contrast, right? There's a contrast between Fern, who's just kind of standing on the ground, parrying with like simple defensive spells, throwing stuff around, and then she just kind of turns it on and then is like, vroom. Versus this mage who's flying around casting different kinds of spells. Not quite as exaggerated as I would like it to be. But just like the simple menace of like, yeah, we're casting some spells, they're going pretty quick, and and it's just like, it's just like it's fuck you o'clock, and Fern has just checked her watch, right? And like a thing which is non-trivial is doing a scene like this, right? Like, it seems on the surface pretty simple because the characters are just kind of standing still and it's just a bunch of effects animation going off. But that effects animation still needs to read. Like, you still need to be able to see what it is that's being done. And one of the difficulties is all you have to work with is light, right? It's just, you have a bunch of white colors, bright blue and white colors, and you have to make this have that volume, that dimensionality to it. That it's not just that she's shooting a bunch of straight laser beams at the lady. She's curving a bunch of laser beams in a bunch of different ways so she can hit her from all angles. And so the effects animator has to be very good at, like, drawing the curves, drawing the arcs of those magic spells, like being very careful about timing when which one goes off so that it looks like this smooth, like, rotating assault of magic spells, but it doesn't look like an unstructured chaos, so that we keep getting that sense of scale and depth in the image from the curve of the laser beams. And that's not trivial. Like, that's not easy to do. Like, you can see it here, for example. Here, Fern is shooting a laser beam that's going to curve outwards and then in there. It comes from there, right? In order for that to do that, it has to cross over with a bunch of the other points of magic, right? And if those intersect wrong, right? If those intersect wrong, then you can distort the idea of the space. You can destroy, like, that curvature, that rounded sense of, like, this grasping claw of her attack enveloping this lady. If these things don't cross over correctly, if they don't maintain their sense of directionality and angle, this shot doesn't work. Even though it is just an animation cycle, right? Because it's going that fucking fast, right? It needs to work. It needs to read so that the audience, even when it's going off real quick and, like, cycling like that, that we can still clearly read the motion and the movement of what it is that Fern is doing. And that's not entirely trivial. Like, that's not a thing that's just like, oh yeah, this is just like an easy Sunday. Well, I hope the animators aren't at work on Sunday, but this is just an easy afternoon for an animator. Like, yeah, let's just knock that one out. Like, we can do that in like an hour and a half, no problem. That's like, you have to have some skill. Like, you have to have some knowledge of composition in order to pull this off in a way that looks believable, in a way that looks voluminous, in a way that respects the depth of the space. And that's not nothing. That's not trivial. Like, that's not just easy. So I do want to recognize that, even as I have yet, Madhouse, I have yet to have my treat. I demand my treat, Madhouse. Let's see if they give it to me. 3, 2, 1, go. Necessary killing, it's called, huh? You should probably be able to defend yourself from that. Maybe you shouldn't tell her that, dude. You incomprehensible dipshit. Okay, I like that he's not so bloodthirsty. And he looks up. Hey, catch the bird, maybe? Poor thing, Jesus. Like, I know it's... Yeah, that does seem to be what she is. He doesn't want to, though. Just do it, dude. No, oh my god. Yeah, he doesn't want to. Which I respect, by the way. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Christ. Okay, I can respect him. Haha, I like that. The same spell. Oh, I can respect him. Like, I like that as a character. Hmm. Murder pervert. 3, 2, 1, pause. Okay. I like him now. I like him now. I like him a lot, actually. All posture, right? Like, all pretense, right? He doesn't want to kill. Which is a normal thing. Human beings, broadly speaking, don't want to kill each other. That is why armies invest so heavily into things like boot camp, into training, is because in order to convince human beings to kill each other, you really have to fucking beat it into them. Like, you have to quite brutally deconstruct a person's morality and sense of soul and replace it with like a sense of obligation to, you know, either a cause or a purpose, or just like their unit of like their band of brothers, right? In order to induce a person into killing a stranger that they don't know. Like, people will kill other people that they have animosity towards, that we know personally, who we hate. Like, that's the thing that unfortunately happens too frequently. But hey, go to some place you've never been and kill some guy you've never met for the purposes of some politician who you don't really feel like you had a voice in electing. No, people don't want to do that. They really don't want to do that. Like, you don't want to go to a foreign country and kill some fucking poor stranger that you've never met who probably has kids for some fucking cause that you don't understand. No, like it takes a lot to push most human beings into killing. It takes a lot of violence, for one thing. Like, that's violence is very much a part of a lot of military training around the world, because you have to desensitize people to it. You have to like teach people how to dehumanize the enemy and how to disassociate and fall back on like learned behavior and training rather than their moral reasoning. Because, you know, if you hesitate in a war, that means death. Um, Not that there aren't like sensible practical reasons for that kind of training, but also it's a training that's very fundamentally about teaching human beings not to obey the most basic of all human impulses, which is empathy. Um, that's a hard thing to beat out of someone. And I do like that this guy, even his character design is kind of posture, right? He has this like wolf thing going on with the big collar and like the big fur sort of mane, and then the collar around his neck, like a dog leash, kind of like he's a wild dog. He's unpredictable. He's violent. Except no, he's not. He doesn't want to. like his whole thing is like, I would prefer to not kill people as much as humanly possible. Actually, thank you, please. I like that. I like you. I respect you a lot, man. Actually, like, to have gone through all of that hell and come out of it not desensitized to suffering, but even more reluctant to kill. That speaks to some character in him. Like, and that's the thing. That's the thing we heard from Era, right? Like, that's her name, right? Like, the female mage that Frieren didn't kill, is his magic has no character. Like, he does not care about an honorable duel. He just cares about doing as little fighting as possible by winning through underhanded methods. Right? He's not concerned with the honor of battle because he doesn't want battle. He doesn't like battle. He doesn't enjoy killing people. For him, it's like, well, this is necessary and I have to do it, but I'm also going to hate it the entire fucking time I'm doing it. And that's interesting because, like, he performs that brutality with some convincingness, right? He performs the brutality of, I'm willing to kill. I'll kill anyone who has to. I'll attack first, right? But then when it comes down to it, as green hair McMurder pervert accurately observes if he wanted her dead, if he actually wanted to just kill her, he would have done that on the first encounter, right? But he doesn't. He's willing to disadvantage himself quite severely in order to achieve a peaceful resolution. Put the bird down, walk away, no one has to die today. But deliver it with, like, this idea of, like, menace and cruelty rather than with this sort of sensible... He's not a paladin in that sense, right? But the morality of a paladin hiding underneath sort of the affect of a barbarian. That's interesting as a piece of character design. Also, just fucking... Jesus Christ, man! That's not just a couple of children, it's a fucking child army! Just being marched into a pitched battle? Jesus! Fucking hell, man! Meanwhile, the murder pervert here, I'm somewhat worried about her. Like, what's she gonna do? Like, it's again that thing of, like, because she is a murder pervert, because she's more willing to kill, she's probably more suited to passing this test, because the test explicitly privileges, if you see someone else and they've got a Stille and you don't want more competition in the next phase of the test, just kill someone. Find a way to kill one guy, and then the whole team fails, right? Like, you can take out 3 competitors with 1 death. The whole test is set up to incentivize murderous behavior, right? To reward you for doing it. So she's probably going to do quite well in the power structure of magic that's been established here. In a way that she probably wouldn't do very well if the test was, hey, find a way to go out into the world and help a community. Right? Like, if the test was, go out, find a village where people are struggling, help them build a house. Help them build a house, help them dig out a new canal for irrigation, help them do something useful for the livelihoods and living of human beings rather than, right? But the whole test, the whole structure of this test privileges murder perverts. Because it's advantageous to kill your opponents rather than collaborate. Boy howdy. I'm saying, I don't know if you've caught on to this. I think I've been very subtle about it. I'm saying, I think the structure of, like, this magic certification exam and the whole organization that underpins it is bad, probably. I know, I'm very subtle about it. I don't really wear my I don't really wear my emotions on my sleeves about these things. Let's watch the episode. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, we're doing fucking samurai duel shit. Oh, this is fully fucking Bankai Senbon Sakura. He was even holding it kind of a little bit like a sword. That is literally Byakuga's Bankai. That's a deep fucking wound on you, though. Well, that's not his dominant arm, is it? That's a deep wound, though. Oh, it's not a deep wound at all. Illusionists. I like illusionists. Are you fucking Narutoing the guy? Was that a kill or just a disable? You believed her like it was nothing, dude. I like that little camera pullback. No, she's actually gentle and very nice. That's what makes her dangerous. Gentleman. Well, for a given value of gentle. Aww. 'Cause you're a loyal dog. Woof woof, wolf boy. Okay, it was just as disable. That's nice. We've so far managed to prevent the murder pervert from fully killing anyone. You could try and capture one. Yes, you do. Yes, but your desire is to see no one die. Oh my god, you fucking Naruto character. I really like him now. Ugh, please be a recurring character, you dumb shit moron. I love you. I like him a lot. He's so cool. Time to hide, you guys. I do notice that. Okay, 3, 2, 1, pause. I really like him. He's so sweet. What a good boy. And I say that both in the meaning of he's nice and also he's a dog. That's a dog. That's like not. He's a dog pretending to be a wolf. Aww. He's like a yappy little lap dog. Oh, sweet baby boy. I do like the hesitation to kill. I do like that that's just a fundamental part of his character. He does not like hurting people. And he'll cover it up. He'll pretend otherwise. He will say, duh, I don't care. I had ulterior motives. But then, like, yeah, no, he just doesn't like hurting people. And when he sees someone in trouble in front of him, he'll be like, I have ulterior motives, but also I'll carry you on my back, and I'll also drag my friend out of the... And like, yeah, we've known each other for all of 20 minutes, but I'm not just gonna leave you behind here. Right? Because he's a fucking dog. He's a fucking pack animal. Oh, what a sweet boy. I was ready to dislike him. I was ready to be annoyed by him, as like sort of the way I read his character design initially is that he was going to be some like battle hungry edgelord murder pervert like the green haired girl whose name I keep forgetting still. And that they were going to sort of get into it and kill each other. And then like the story seemed to confirm that impulse when he attacked them first and he got into a fight with her. But then it's like, no, actually, he's functionally the exact literal opposite of green-haired murder pervert. Like, he's literally a counterpart to her. I like that. Like, a character design that's sort of deceptive about who he is. It tells you who he is, right? Like, you can tell he's a dog. He's wearing a fucking dog collar. Right? And he has the fucking, like, the big fur collar around the thing. He has the messy hair. But he's a dog pretending to be a wolf. I like that. That's very cute. This whole scene, though, with the guy who's, like, holding his wand like a sword and doing fucking bleach bankai. This really is fucking... This is a scene that says Naruto better than Bleach. That's the whole point of this scene. It's just like, yeah, no, Naruto would beat Kuchiki Byakuga in a fight. He would win. Like... Shadow clone no jutsu, like, greater than Bankai. That's what this is, a power scaling argument. It literally is. It literally fucking is just... It is just the fucking Zenbon Sakura thing with the rest of the... Like, it is just that. It is just that fucking release or Bankai versus guy who can do Shadow clone no jutsu. That's very funny to me. Interesting also that, like, he has this, I don't trust other people. I don't, like, I've been observing you, like, in secret the whole time, shadow clone invisibility spell. But then he just disables, right? He doesn't kill. He has the opportunity to. That guy here has clearly demonstrated that he's willing to do some pretty fucking grievous injury. It also explains why he seems so unaffected by the injuries, because there's nothing to injure, right? Clever. Very good. I liked that. I'm still worried about the girls on Frieren's team, though. I really am. I'm really worried that they're going to be the first victims of green-haired murder pervert. I do like it as a concept also of, like, Fern is in a position where she has to collaborate with the murder pervert over here. And that's very interesting. Like, if we're setting her up to be an actual fucking villain... Like, if we're actually setting her up to be an antagonist, like someone who succeeds at becoming a first-class mage and then just uses that power and authority to go around murdering people, and then the party, I don't know what they're setting her up to be. Like, maybe she also has a tragic backstory that reveals blah, blah, hidden depths, something, something. Who knows? And, like, she's also putting on an act. Like, that could be the other point of, like, confronting these two characters with each other, is that they are both putting on an act, right? Like, he's putting on an act pretending like he's so eager to kill, and she's putting on an act that she's so relaxed and chill about killing, but it's actually an expression of, like, deep-seated trauma or fucking whatever. Who knows? They could make her sympathetic somehow, I'm sure. But if we're setting her up to be, like, a straight-up villain, I think that's interesting and fun. That we force Fern to be on a team with this girl, and then, like, well, now Fern has to fucking deal with her. Something like that. That would be an interesting development. But anyway, like, the whole point, the reason why I paused in the first place, I completely forgot about this. The reason why I paused is I like that the narrative rewards him the moment he gives up violence. Like, at this moment, he's like, okay, well, I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to fight anymore. I'm going to go home. The moment he decides to abandon violence and simply take care of his friends instead, look what karma delivers to him. Look what providence drops on his lap, right? I like that. Like, that seems like the story being a little bit like, yeah, actually, just being kind to other people. Sometimes that's the way to do it. Whereas if you go around charging people and fighting them and attacking them, well, of course you're going to scare away all the birds. Of course you're not going to see anything. If he had taken Frieren's advice and just found a nice place where the birds are like to gather, sit down, relax, repress his mana, wait. Like, Frieren's technique would have worked so much better for him because he can do it with his fucking eyes. right? I don't know. I like that, thematically speaking. Anyway, let's see what happens next. 3, 2, 1, go. You have no idea. By the way, who's this guy? He seems to have no trouble attracting birds. Oh, I see. Genau? Ist called genau. Aber ja, genau. Ja, genau, genau. Yeah, I've been saying this. Yeah, but maybe that sucks, actually. Maybe that really sucks. Oh, give me the lore drop. Oh, we recognize that name, don't we? Now, that's an interesting counterpart. Interesting counterpart to Frieren. Sure. Yeah, Earth Mage. No surprise there. Oh, hello. Whee! Oh, I'm seeing signs. Oh, we're still. Whew. Right, the episode was almost over. I was starting to see the signs, right? I was starting to see the cloth physics. I was starting to see all that extra motion getting invoked in the characters after the relative stillness of most of what's happened. I was starting to see the madhouse. I was starting to see it. And then right at the end, when I was like, oh, we're getting ready to go. And then. Then we cut. And we cut right at the moment before. I should probably stop making the edging metaphor. This is getting clipped enough already, I'm sure. I did like this little crossfade. I'm sure you've killed political enemies more than a couple of times. And it's like, then we get this little flashback making it clear that, like, yeah, he's had designs on his life from people a lot because the Empire is bad, because empires are bad. But I do like that he's pretty insistent, like, yeah, dude, power is not really that cool, actually. Like, whoa, I get to be I get to have a position of power. Hooray. Like, as he talks about in like the previous bit of his backstory, is like this thing of like, yeah, like I've seen mages that are great and powerful, much more powerful and talented than me, get persecuted absolutely to fucking death because of the way that they use their power. That doesn't really, it's not really valuable. It's not really cool. Again, we seem to be touching on this thing of magic philosophy, right? Like, what is magic for? Where this guy, dipshit that he is very much in the camp of like, well, magic is for obtaining as much privilege and advantage as you possibly can. Literally calling it a privilege, right? That's what it's for. It's for the purposes of accruing to yourself as much as you possibly can, right? He says, like, that's not worth killing someone. He's like, no, that's absolutely worth killing someone. I want power. I want all of the power. I want all of the power for myself. And I want to lord it over people. Seri. Syria? In German. Is that just the same? Is that just Siri? Like, as in series, as in sequence of things? Because, like, what a fucking dragon hoarding shit on their throne ass. Like, just a treasure chamber full of hoarding, right? And she sets up this scenario in which do as I say and like, provide me with entertainment or, like, whatever it is that she wants to attain, and then I'll share a little bit of what I know, right? You could acquire massive wealth, cure the gravest of diseases, or gain overwhelming powers. Like, hey, if you could cure the gravest of diseases, what if I'm just spitballing here? I'm just throwing on. If you could cure the gravest of diseases, why don't you go fucking do that? You you selfish piece of shit. Cure the gravest of diseases. Go do that now. Go do that. You just like, oh yeah, I have the cure for cancer in my back pocket. If you want it, you'll have to murder a bunch of people in a death game. How about just go cure people of cancer, you asshole? Motherfucker. Right? But as this sequence is like pointing out, she's setting herself up to as a divinity, right? She's the closest mage in our world to the all-knowing and all-powerful goddess, except I noticed that the goddess is like, hey, if you have my grimoire, you can cure diseases with spells. Like, yeah, like, just here, grimoire, practice that for a bunch of time, and then cure curses and heal people and do stuff. That's what the goddess does. This lady is like, oh, I have the cancer cure here for, like, all of the disease cures. It's just like a back pocket. I've developed all of the vaccines, but fuck you, actually. You can't have them because they're mine and I'm hoarding them. It's philosophy again, right? It's what is magic for? This lady, at least right now, again, Frieren has a tendency to complicate characters as we get to know them more, but right now, this character is being set up as just evil? Like, just straight up pretty evil. If she's just sitting on the cure for plague and being like, yeah, it sure sucks how many people are dying of plague, but, you know, if they wanted to not die of plague, then they should have become first-class mages, and then maybe I'd give them the plague cure. But then I wouldn't give them the cure for the other plague, which is the one they need for the next plague that's coming. Too bad for them. Guess they should have become first-rate mages more. Right now, she's being set up as like a pretty uncomplicated, just evil son of a bitch. There will be some complexity to her, I am sure. There will be some nuance in her depiction and whatever. What a gorgeous painting, by the way. But wow, what an asshole. And that's that magic philosophy, right? Magic is for accumulating to yourself, right? And there's an interesting parallel with Frieren there, because, like, Frieren is kind of doing the same thing. On a surface level, certainly. Frieren also is just wandering the world, hoarding spells, right? Like, finding as many spells as she can possibly get. She wants all the grimoires because she's curious about what's in them, because they delight her, right? It's her special interest, essentially. But she's not shy about sharing them, as such. It's just, you know, she's Frieren. She's also not a people person in that sense. So, like, there's a parallel being drawn here, right? Like, this is sort of what if Frieren was just a heinous bitch? A heinous, selfish piece of shit who, instead of isolating herself and wandering around alone and sort of disconnecting from the world, was very connected to avarice, right? Like, was very invested in control, was very invested in influence, was very invested in enacting her power and influence upon the world. She's still searching for mages refined during the long war against the Demon King. Oh, gee, I wonder if such a mage exists somewhere. For mages to gain whatever spell they want is the equivalent to having a wish granted. So modern first-class mages are all monsters who barely seem human. Yeah, like, almost kind of like they're demons, a little bit. Almost like, instead of being humans, they're demons. Like, they're demonic, in that sense. Is that what you're trying to get at a little bit? Is like that when these mages go completely fucking insane in the relentless lust and thirst for power, and gaining, like that corrupts them somehow, makes them something other than human, and alienates them from the regular human experiences like empathy and care for other human beings. And instead just turns them into these selfish driven things that will do anything and say anything and kill anyone in order to gain their own advantage. Hey, that's kind of like demons are. That's funny. Funny thing that. What a weird coinkydink. That treating magic that way turns people demonic in some strange weird way. Wow, I wonder if Frieren as a show is trying to make a point about that somehow. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I should say, this is all me going off, like, clearly, like, my own political biases, my own belief systems are influencing my reading of the story so far. Frieren, the show itself, might be about to go off in a completely different direction. It might have a completely different point of view, right? It might be more detached than this. It might have, like, who knows? I don't know. I don't know where it's going. I'm just saying, with the information we have available so far, the reading I have outlined is one which it is possible to defend. Once we see some more episodes, maybe some stuff will come up that contradicts me. But for now, I'm having fun with all this magic philosophy. I'm having fun with this. This is interesting. I gotta say, I was a bit worried about the fucking tournament arc. I was a bit worried about, okay, we're going to go to the Magic City, and now the story is going to, like, this thing that had been like a travel story, that had been a travelogue, a story about a journey from place to place to place, seeing people, meeting people, very vignette-based. Now, all of a sudden, it hard switches format from that into, this is now a serialized, like, shonen battle anime, basically, right? Like, that's the structure of the episodes since we've gotten here, is that this is a shonen battle anime all of a sudden. So I do like that, as far as I can tell, that seems to be in service of something, right? Like, it's a shonen battle anime, but it's also commenting something on the kind of philosophy of power that underpins that particular kind of genre, right? Like, when you get into shit like this, what kind of personality does that feed? Well, this kind of, right? Like, it's in service of commenting on power. Right, power as a goal, power as a means to an end, power as, you know, and as an ends to a means. It's commenting on that stuff, so it's using the format of the sort of weekly shonen battle anime to do something here. I do hope we return to the journey format. I would like Frieren very much to not become a weekly shonen battle anime. That's not what I started watching the show for. Like, I'm sure it could be a very good one, but that's not what I'm here for. So I like this as a digression, as a temporary story arc. Once we've dealt with that, please get back on the road and go be melancholic in the snow while, like, experiencing the sort of pain and ennui of seeing distant memories fade and forming new connections. Please return to that. Please go back to that eventually, but we can take a rest stop at the Shonen Cafe for, like, just a little indulgence, but I do want to get back to the other stuff, please and thank you. But yeah, I guess we'll see where this is going. Siri is interesting as a villain. Like, again, I like her as a reflection of Frieren. Like, they're clearly setting up a parallel there. That Frieren and Siri are, like, there's a reflective quality to the two of them. Not least that they're both also elves, right? I like that. I like that a lot. I wonder if she also has, like, a relationship with Flamme from way back when. How old is she? Because, again, my assumption is that like, that's Frieren and Siri, right? That's the two of them, like, thousands of years ago, like, or hundreds of years ago, or whatever, and maybe they were both Flamme's apprentices at one point or another, or something like that. That's my assumption, is that that's what this imagery is. Especially since it's literally like they're standing here at this lake in the deep past or whatever, and then upside down, reflected like a negative vision of whatever is happening here, we have the Magic Academy, right? Like the structure, the building of the Magic Academy rising up like a mirrored reflection, like a reflection of a mirror, like almost like they're reflecting each other as like mirror counterparts. Oh, I get it. So my assumption is that that's where we're going. I'm curious. I want to know. I want to know. I want to know. And if you want to know, subscribe here. I mean, maybe you could just also watch the anime on your own without all my yapping. It would go a lot faster. Because this one's closing in on an hour long, and I've gone longer. It would be a lot faster if you did that. You know, just saying. But if you want to continue to stick here with me and all of my yapping and my inconvenient format, subscribe. Also, become a member of channel, get early access if you want to. It's $1 a month. You don't have to. I have a Patreon, blah, 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 merchandise store, etc. Blah, blah. Goodbye.